even though it's raining, it's not dampening spirits by any means, and there are a large number of people who turned out today as part of the campaign to stop HS2 demolishing our natural wildlife, our natural resources, effectively part of the planet. We're telling everybody else to do it, but we don't do it ourselves.
Tell us a bit more about HS2 specifically in Warwickshire, which is where we are today, Michael.
The reason that we've got involved, that's myself and Yvette, my wife, because we've only just realised how close to the action we now live. I'm obviously from London originally, and it was the sight in a newspaper. The Guardian published a beautiful picture of a pear tree, which is 250 odd years old. And so we got interested because they're going to take the tree down. Then once you look and say it's not just the tree, it's loads of old trees. In fact, it's vast tracts of land are being devastated for a railway line, and I'm in favour of railways, absolutely, but not this one. Absolutely unnecessary. One, who's going to use it? It's going to be terribly expensive to build, never mind buying a ticket on it. It's a railway to nowhere for no one. They've got railway lines that need upgrading. That was been my moan over the years. More investment in railways, but not building this kind of thing, which destroys the very thing we are telling the world we've got to preserve. So here in Warwickshire, the particular effect is on ancient woodlands going back hundreds of years, which provide a base for biodiversity, plants, birds and other wildlife. Gone.
Do you want to tell us a bit about the scenes of devastation that we've seen travelling around Warwickshire, where once was fields and lots of trees and wildlife?
Well, the last time I came was about 3 weeks ago. We went to the local village, Covington, where there was a gathering like today. They were going on a walk towards where the operation of HS2 on the ground is taking place. But a member of the campaign kindly took us to the sites near the Fosse Way, an ancient Roman way, well, Saxon way, in fact there was one there before, and it was like a moonscape. Nothing. Everything swept away. It's as though a very, very large bulldozer has almost indiscriminately ploughed through the land, chopped down the old trees, and there's nothing left that can survive that. And most of it, a lot of it, entirely unnecessary, even for the plans they've got. They don't care, they don't mind, nobody's monitoring this. But the landscape has changed forever. We'll never get it back, and that is, hundreds of years that have gone down the drain.
Can I just ask, what do you think about, we've heard some comments from people that have been subjected to compulsory purchase. What are your views on that?
Well, I think obviously the effect on everything in its way, unless it's a golf club where they're quite willing to skirt a golf club in order to preserve one hole, but otherwise farms, houses and so on have been compulsorily purchased with very little or no notice. But the worst thing about it is no argument, you can't challenge it, you don't get proper compensation, and in one case a farmer has left his farm, I think about 18 months ago, is still standing empty, he still hasn't got the compensation, he's having to live elsewhere. It is actually quite disgusting. Treatment of people is like the people of the landscape in a sense, no respect.
Is there anything that we can do to stop this?
Well, we're trying to, there are lots of things we can do. The main thing is a political continued campaign, because the UK is chair of the global climate change conference next year. Now it's going to be this year in Glasgow. So the hypocrisy of a British government making pledges and hosting something like that has to be pointed out regularly, so that they know, the British public knows and the world knows, we're not doing that much better than Brazil.
Thank you, Michael.